Well, tonight we have new details on a shooting involving a TBI agent in North Jackson as we await a news conference from the TBI.
We've been covering this all day long. The shooting happened around 2 o'clock in the North Jackson area of Bryanfield Cove. That's just off of Tinker Hill Cove. If you're familiar, it's around the mall area just north of there. What we do know from the TBI is that this shooting involved one of their agents. The TBI's public information officer has come in from Nashville to hold this news conference. The man you see there in the white shirt was taken away about 45 minutes near the scene. Don't know if this is a suspect. Police have not identified him yet, but we do know soon after he was taken into custody, the scene settled down quite a bit. Again, very few details have been released so far in the past 4 hours since this shooting, again, in the North Jackson area of Bryanfield Cove. Police have not released information referring everything to the TBI. Again, the TBI spokesperson is here right now. We did talk to witnesses on the scene. Let's hear what they had to say.
To me, it looked like someone was in the car with him that shot him, because I was looking out of the window the entire time that I was kind of like laid on the ground. I didn't see anyone run past.
And of course, with the scene there continues to unfold there. But let's now go to the press conference with the TBI.
Is everybody ready? Here we go. Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Devine, a public information officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. This has been one of the toughest days in our agency's history. For the first time in TBI's history, we have lost an agent during the course of law enforcement activity. Here's what we can confirm at this time. Special agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting death this afternoon of a TBI special agent during the course of an ongoing drug investigation. Preliminary information indicates Special Agent Dejaron Frazier was one of several agents working alongside the Metro Narcotics Unit during a controlled buy this afternoon here in Jackson around 2 o'clock in a vehicle in the area of Bryanfield Cove. During the exchange, a subject in the backseat of the car, whom the agent met for the purposes of purchasing illicit drugs, produced a firearm in an attempt to rob the agent and an informant sitting in the front seat. During the exchange, the subject fired once, striking Agent Frazier, who subsequently died at Jackson Madison County General Hospital. The subject was apprehended by law enforcement officers a short distance away in the area of Tinker Hill Cove. He is currently in law enforcement custody with charges pending. Frazier, who is 35 years old, joined TBI just this year in February, following a career as a police officer with the Millington Police Department. In that capacity, he also served on a DEA task force. Director Gwynn.
Good evening. To say that we are devastated by today's events is an understatement. We are a family at TBI, so the loss of this agent in the line of duty, doing what he loved, hits all of us from Memphis to Mountain City. Agent Frazier was exactly what we look for in a TBI agent. He was hardworking, enthusiastic, and dedicated to making Tennessee a better place to live. We are deeply saddened by his death and will aggressively work to investigate this case to its fullest. His commitment to our agency and the public will not be forgotten. What happened today demonstrates just how dangerous our job is. Every day, law enforcement officers in our state put their lives on the line. All we want is to make this state a safer place to live. We will not be deterred from that mission. Instead, Agent Frazier's commitment in paying the ultimate sacrifice will be our rallying point well into the future. Tonight, we ask all citizens of the state of Tennessee to join with us in holding Agent Frazier's family in your thoughts and in your prayers. And we pledge today that it's going to be a long road for Agent Frazier's family, but it will be a road that they will not have to walk alone. Thank you.
At this point, we'll open it up for questions.
Can you say anything about the drug investigation? How long has it been going on?
Well, obviously, Janice, this is an ongoing, it's an open investigation. We have to understand the circumstances of what we're looking at. At this point, we're just not in a position to speak to any detail on what exactly was transpiring this afternoon.
Can you tell us again about the agent's family?
Well, he was married, had a family, was a father, was a son, and had a lot of brothers and sisters that wear the blue. And, you know, to tell you that I am still in shock, I am. As director, this is a call you never want to get. I tell people often that whenever my tenure is over, what will you say will be your greatest accomplishment? And I always told people that I hope to say that I never lost an agent in the line of duty. Now I can't say that. So
Does Agent Frazier now live in Jackson, or does he still live in Millington?
he does not live in Jackson. He lives in Shelby County.
I know you can't go into what exactly happened, but when this purchase was being attempted, were other agents watching? Was he being monitored?
Oh, absolutely. He was being covered in as many ways as you can be covered.
Can you say how many agents may have been on?
Several.
Several, okay.
Are you able to release the suspect's name, or if he has any prior criminal history?
Not at this point. We'll get that to you.
What might the formal charges be?
Well, obviously, murder. But we'll let the district attorney, we'll consult with the district attorney, and they'll make the final decisions. But I'm sure he will be charged at the highest level he can be.
Can
And
you
clearly
tell-
one suspect only in this case?
Right now, yes.
Can you tell us about the role that TBI takes in partnering with local law enforcement to investigate and make an arrest and charge of cases like this?
Well, that's our mission. That's why we were created, to assist local law enforcement. We have such a great working relationship with the Jackson Police Department, the Madison County Sheriff's Department. And so we were out here just doing what we do every day. I have agents all across this state every day doing what Agent Frazier was doing. And all you can do is pray that they go home safely. Today that prayer wasn't answered, unfortunately. But we'll continue our mission. We'll continue work with the Jackson Police Department, Madison County Sheriff's Department, to make Madison and Jackson a safer place to live.
I would assume the investigation is not over with for a lot of reasons, including the fact that you're still investigating this drug situation.
Sure. It's ongoing. It'll be ongoing for a while.
You mentioned he was undercover, I think. Was he carrying a weapon at the time?
I don't want to go into that.
With there being, this is a neighborhood, it was right before school let out, and so many officers out there, are there any other injuries?
Not that we know of.
And just to clarify one more time, can you tell us what happened? He was with another person in the vehicle when the suspect tried to rob him?
Yeah, obviously. That's what we believe. It was a robbery attempt. And when the suspect brandished a weapon, he was able to fire a round, at least one round, that entered the agent and took his life.
And that suspect was in the car, right?
That's what we believe.
And they
yes.
had this set up drug deal with this person who shot them, is that
Yes,
right?
yes.
What happened
Perhaps
to
one
the
more
other
question.
officer at the time? Or was he able to run away, escape? How did
See,
Yeah, we don't want to go into that.
We will send out a news release with full details along with a picture of Agent Frazier. We, of course, as the director said, would urge the people of Tennessee to join with us in holding this family in thoughts and prayers. And we will provide more information to you and to the public as it becomes available. Please bear in mind, this is still an open and ongoing investigation, so that information will likely be limited well into the future, but we'll try to do our very best. As you know, the best way to contact us is tbi.media@tn.gov. Thank you.
And there you have it, just heartbreaking details coming from the TBI, them confirming one of their agents shot. His name, Jaron Frazier, a special agent based out of Memphis, currently working with the Metro Narcotics officers here in the city of Jackson and Madison County when he was shot.
All right. Of course, the information on that, the call went out about 2 o'clock this afternoon, calling officers to an area of Bryan Field Cove. That's where we find WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Eric Perry live on the scene to give us an update from there. Eric?
Brad, Kelly, yes, I've been here all afternoon. We do know this involved a TBI agent, and we do know the name, Agent Frazier. Now, earlier, this is the video. We saw police put this man into handcuffs into the back of a patrol car and drive away about 45 minutes after the shooting. Now, officers have not confirmed if he's a suspect or what his involvement may have been. However, after he was taken away, the scene did kind of calm down a little bit. Now, if you can take a look, you can see that TBI are still here on the scene. They are leading this investigation. We are out here trying to find out more information about what went down, and we'll bring you the latest as soon as we know. For now, I'm in North Jackson. Eric Perry, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Eric, thank you for that. Be sure to stay with us.
We'll be right back.
First time I've lost it. Mic check, 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check, 1 2 3 4 5 6.
What are we doing?
Mic check, mic check, mic check, 1 2.
Is it in the prompter? Okay. So where do I need to go?
15. Of course, tonight we just came out of a news conference with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Members of the TBI saddened tonight, releasing information that one of their officers was shot this afternoon. WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Kurt Mullen joins us now live with more details. Kurt?
Yeah, Brad, I'm here at the headquarters of the Jackson Police Department where the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation just finished a press conference here where they told us today was one of the toughest days in the history of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. They lost for the first time ever an agent in the field who was working, the 35-year-old Jaron Frazier. They're reporting that he died while after being shot, was making buying drugs from a suspect today in the back of a car, and then that person attempted to rob him, shot him, and he died from those injuries. They did say that that suspect was caught later nearby where this incident happened off of Bryan Field Cove in West Jackson. They did not release the name of the suspect, obviously saying that he potentially will be charged with murder. But we're going to leave that up to the district attorney's office. They did say, though, that Agent Frazier had joined the TBI in February of 2016. Previously had worked for a DEA task force and enjoyed his work. Called him a father and a husband, a family man, and obviously someone who had a family all across the state with people who were working for the TBI. This is pretty much everything that we have right now. The director of the TBI said that it was a devastating day for the entire TBI family, and that they were for the entire state of Tennessee to keep Mr. Frazier's thoughts and his family in their prayers tonight. Live in downtown Jackson, I'm Kurt Mullen, WBBJ 7, Eyewitness News.
All right, Kurt, thank you for that. We'll, of course, have more information as it becomes available throughout the night.